Honesty.
African traditional religions.
A man must honestly perform all the duties incumbent on relationship, Yoruba-speaking peoples.
Let us act as befits the dignity which we claim for ourselves as Africans, proud of our own special qualities, distinctions, and abilities. We must speak out on major issues courageously, openly, and honestly, and in blunt terms of right and wrong. The wisdom of Rastafari.
Forward to the King of Kings to learn his code of laws from the mount demanding absolute love, purity, honesty, and truthfulness. Forward to the King of Kings to learn his laws and social order so that virtue will eventually gain the victory over body and soul, and that truth will drive away falsehood and fraud, the promised key.
Be thou punctual, honest, and truthful, that ye gain favor in the sight of the Lord your God, and that your pathway be prosperous. The Holy Piby.
Bahai faith.
Be ye discerning then, and speak ye the truth, the very truth, if ye claim to be honest and high-minded. Gleanings from the writings of Baha'u'llah.
As God is loyal and truthful, man must show forth the same attributes in the human world. The promulgation of universal peace.
We should at all times manifest our truthfulness and sincerity. Nay, rather, we must be constant in our faithfulness and trustworthiness, and occupy ourselves in offering prayers for the good of all. Selections from the writings of Abdu'l-Baha.
Fair speech and truthfulness, by reason of their lofty rank and position, are regarded as a sun shining above the horizon of knowledge. Tablets of Baha'u'llah, revealed after the Kitab-i-Aqdas.
To be so faithful and sincere in all your actions that every member may be known as embodying the qualities of honesty, love, faith, kindness, generosity, and courage. Paris Talks.
It is incumbent upon everyone to show the utmost love, rectitude of conduct, straightforwardness, and sincere kindliness unto all the peoples and kindreds of the world, be they friends or strangers. Bahai world faith.
They must cleanse their hearts from even the slightest trace of hatred and spite, and they must set about being truthful and honest, conciliatory, and loving to all humankind. Selections from the writings of Abdu'l-Baha.
Let your eye be chaste, your hand faithful, your tongue truthful, and your heart enlightened. Tablets of Baha'u'llah, revealed after the Kitab-i-Aqdas.
Buddhism.
Overcome the angry by non-anger, overcome the wicked by goodness, overcome the miser by generosity, overcome the liar by truth. Dhammapada.
Speak the truth, yield not to anger. When asked, give even if you only have a little. Dhammapada.
One in whom there is truthfulness, virtue, inoffensiveness, restraint, and self-mastery, who is free from defilements and wise. He is truly called an elder. Dhammapada.
The liar goes to the state of woe. Also one who, having done wrong, says, I did not do it. People of base actions both, on departing they share the same destiny in the other world. Dhammapada.
For liars who have violated the one law of truthfulness, who hold in scorn the hereafter, there is no evil that they cannot do. Dhammapada.
Christianity.
And my honesty will testify for me in the future, whenever you check on the wages you have paid me. Holy Bible.
Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness, according to my integrity, O Most High. Holy Bible.
May integrity and uprightness protect me, because my hope is in you. Holy Bible.
Confucianism.
The Master said, A youth when at home should be filial and abroad respectful to his elders. He should be earnest and truthful. He should overflow in love to all and cultivate the friendship of the good. The Confucian Analects.
The Master said, I do not know how a man without truthfulness is to get on. The Confucian Analects.
There were 4 things which the Master taught: letters, ethics, devotion of soul, and truthfulness. The Confucian Analects.
The Master said, let his words be sincere and truthful, and his actions honorable and careful. Such conduct may be practiced among the rude tribes of the south or the north. If his words be not sincere and truthful, and his actions not honorable and careful, will he with such conduct be appreciated even in his neighborhood? The Confucian Analects.
Confucius said, there are 3 friendships which are advantageous, and 3 which are injurious: friendship with the upright, friendship with the sincere, and friendship with the man of much observation. These are advantageous. Friendship with the man of specious airs, friendship with the insinuatingly soft, and friendship with the glib-tongued. These are injurious. The Confucian Analects.
Essenes.
Truthfulness in thought, word, and deed will place the soul of the faithful man in the endless light of eternal life. The Essene Gospel of Peace.
We trust in vanity and speak lies. Our feet run to evil. Wasting and destruction are in our paths. The Essene Gospel of Peace.
The truth is born out of the spring of light, falsehood from the well of darkness. The dominion of all the children of truth is in the hands of the angels of light, so that they may walk in the ways of light. The Essene Gospel of Peace.
Hinduism.
Gift, sacrifice, respect for the wise, study of the Vedas, and honesty. These, O King, constitute the highest virtue and are efficacious, both here and hereafter. Mahabharata.
The sage who would bring his mind into a fit state for the performance of devout contemplation must be devoid of desire and observe invariably continence, compassion, truth, honesty, and disinterestedness. The Vishnu Purana.
All jewels approach him who is confirmed in honesty. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali.
Thou shouldst employ only such ministers as have passed the tests of honesty, that is, as are possessed of loyalty, disinterestedness, continence, and courage, as are hereditary officers of state. Mahabharata.
One that is honest should be treated with honesty. Mahabharata.
He succeeds in obtaining happiness who practices abstention from injuring others, truthfulness of speech, honesty towards all creatures, and forgiveness, and who is never heedless. Mahabharata.
That king who is of righteous behavior and who is observant of honesty and integrity succeeds by his acts of sincerity in acquiring every valuable reward. Mahabharata.
Those cognizant with virtue and morals have said that truth and honesty are the highest virtues. Virtue that is eternal is difficult of being understood, but whatever it is based on truth. Mahabharata.
By truthfulness indeed, by penance, right knowledge, and abstinence must that self be gained, the self, whom spotless anchorites gain, is pure and like a light within the body. The Upanishads.
The commandments are these: non-injury, truthfulness, abstaining from stealing, from impurity, from covetousness. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali.
When he is perfected in truth, all acts and their fruits depend on him. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali.
I consider a Sudra who is always adorned with these virtues, righteousness, self-restraint, and truthfulness, as a Brahmana. Brahmana is a member of the cultural and social elite. A Sudra is a member of the lowest or worker Hindu caste. Mahabharata.
By adhering to truthfulness of speech, one acquires the gift of eloquence and comes to be honored in heaven. Mahabharata.
The body is cleansed by water. The internal organ is purified by truthfulness. The individual soul by sacred learning and austerities. The intellect by true knowledge. The laws of Manu.
These four legs of powerful religion are truthfulness, mercy, austerity, and charity. Srimad Bhagavatam.
One should rigidly control his mind, speech, and bodily activities. Always speak the truth and bring the mind and senses under full control. Srimad Bhagavatam.
Let him say what is true. Let him say what is pleasing. Let him utter no disagreeable truth, and let him utter no agreeable falsehood. That is the eternal law, laws of Manu.
Let your conduct be marked by truthfulness in word, deed, and thought. Taittiriya Upanishad.
Wow, Buddhism.
Practice speaking honestly, to speak only the truth. Put an end to all deceitfulness. In any discussion, you must be forthright and truthful in your statements. Prophecy to expound the Dharma.
The worst sin of all sins created by speech is a double tongue, which is the cause of all misunderstandings, arguments, resentments, and hatred. To avoid these mishaps, you must be honest and truthful in your speech. The complete book of prophecies to expound poetry and literature.
Forbidden also is untruthful speech. All kinds of false details are added. Because of your hatred, you fabricate facts. Because of your love, you justify his bad deeds. Life is unfair, few mend their ways. Because of your untruthfulness, the subordinates disrespect. I advise humanity to uphold justice. Live life by honest living and honest speech. The complete book of prophecies to expound poetry and literature.
International Society of Krishna Consciousness.
Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work. Brahmana is a member of a cultural and social elite. Bhagavad Gita.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, truthfulness, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, these transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Bhagavad Gita.
Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Bhagavad Gita.
One should cultivate such good qualities as non-violence, truthfulness, cleanliness, compassion, and faith. Narada Bhakti Sutra.
Devotional service is the most precious possession of a person who honestly uses his mind, body, and words. Narada Bhakti Sutra.
Islam.
Fain would they deceive Allah and those who believe, but they only deceive themselves and realize it not. Holy Quran.
For in Allah's sight are all His servants, namely those who say, Our Lord, we have indeed believed. Forgive us, then our sins, and save us from the agony of the fire. Those who show patience, firmness, and self-control, who are true in word and deed. Holy Quran.
Allah will say, This is a day on which the truthful will profit from their truth. Theirs are gardens with rivers flowing beneath, their eternal home. Allah well pleased with them, and they with Allah. That is the great salvation, the fulfillment of all desires. Holy Quran.
O ye who believe, fear Allah and be with those who are true in word and deed. Holy Quran.
We did test those before them, and Allah will certainly know those who are true and those who are false. Holy Quran.
That Allah may reward the men of truth for their truth and punish the hypocrites, if that be His will, or turn to them in mercy. For Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. Holy Quran.
Truly, Allah guides not one who transgresses and lies. Holy Quran.
Jainism.
A person suffers misery after telling a lie, before telling a lie, and while telling a lie. Dharma Sutra.
One should not speak or excite others to speak harmful false words, either in the interest of oneself or of another, through anger or fear. Rata Sutra.
Mental thorns or Salya-like deceit, perverted attitude, and a desire for worldly enjoyments in the next life in a person observing the vow of Salakana cause him greater pain than a tainted weapon, poison, devil, an evil-motivated amulet, or an angry serpent. For in the presence of these salyas, right understanding becomes impossible, and involvement in an infinite transmigratory cycle becomes inevitable. Salakana means embracing the death voluntarily when both householders and ascetics foresee that the end of the life is very near, either due to the old age, incurable disease, severe famine, etc. Samlakana Sutra.
Judaism.
You must have accurate and honest weights and measures, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Holy Bible.
Use honest scales and honest weights, an honest ephah and an honest hin. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt. Ephah means an ancient Hebrew unit of dry measure, equal to about a bushel. Hin means an ancient Hebrew unit of liquid measure, equal to 1.5 gallons. Holy Bible.
Far be it from me that I should justify you. Till I die, I will not put away mine integrity from me. Holy Ketuvim.
Let me be weighed in a just balance, that God may know mine integrity. Holy Ketuvim.
They speak falsehood every one with his neighbor. With flattering lip and with a double heart do they speak. May the Lord cut off all flattering lips, the tongue that speaketh proud things. Holy Ketuvim.
Lord, who shall sojourn in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell upon thy holy mountain? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness, and speaketh truth in his heart. Holy Ketuvim.
Hear the right, O Lord, attend unto my cry. Give ear unto my prayer from lips without deceit. Holy Ketuvim.
Have nothing to do with a false charge, and do not put an innocent or honest person to death, for I will not acquit the guilty. Holy Bible.
You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. Holy Bible.
They did not require an accounting from those to whom they gave the money to pay the workers, because they acted with complete honesty. Holy Bible.
Mormonism.
And now, my brethren, if ye were righteous and were willing to hearken to the truth, and give heed unto it, that ye might walk uprightly before God, then ye would not murmur because of the truth, and say, Thou speakest hard things against us. Book of Mormon.
And because of the intercession for all men come unto God, wherefore they stand in the presence of him to be judged of him according to the truth and holiness which is in him. Book of Mormon.
Do not say that I have spoken hard things against you, for if ye do, Ye will revile against the truth. For I have spoken the words of your Maker. I know that the words of truth are hard against all uncleanness, but the righteous fear them not, for they love the truth and are not shaken. Book of Mormon.
But ye will teach them to walk in the ways of truth and soberness. Ye will teach them to love one another and to serve one another. Book of Mormon.
Sangha of Bhikkhu Buddhist Association.
The fourth sin is untruthful speech, benefiting yourself, harming others, making up false tales near and far, causing all kinds of confusions and chaos. Double-tongued is the habit of backbiting, making both parties resent each other. Speak not words that harm you later. One unrighteous phrase will bring incalculable disasters. Book of Truth.
Sikhism.
Countless liars wandering lost in their lies. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
The truthful are absorbed into the true Lord. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
One whose body is imbued with the fear of the True One and whose tongue savors truthfulness. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
One whose mind is contented with truthfulness is blessed with the Lord's glance of grace. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
He himself is true. Truth is pleasing to his will. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
Practice truth and only truth, and merge in the true word of the Shabad, essence of God. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
The truth is forever pure, O siblings of destiny. Those who are true are pure. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
Lacking truth and humility, they shall not be appreciated in the world hereafter. Sri Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism.
Sincere words are not fine. Fine words are not sincere. Tao Te Ching.
To those who are sincere with me, I am sincere. And to those who are not sincere with me, I am also sincere. And thus all get to be sincere. Tao Te Ching.
The filial son who does not flatter his father, and the loyal minister who does not fawn on his ruler, are the highest examples of a minister and a son. Zhuangzi.
If you earnestly cultivated your own person and carefully guarded your proper truth, simply rendering to others what was due to them, then you would have escaped such entanglements. Zhuangzi.
A man's proper truth is pure sincerity in its highest degree. Without this pure sincerity, one cannot move others. Given this truth within, it exercises a spiritual efficacy without, and this is why we count it so valuable. Therefore the sages take their law from heaven and prize their proper truth without submitting to the restrictions of custom. Zhuangzi.
Theosophy.
The best possession of the man of clay is health. The highest virtue of the man of spirit is truthfulness. Gems from the East.
Let a man overcome anger by love, evil by good, greediness by liberality, lie by truth. Gems from the East.
Trifling ruins earnestness. Lying is the enemy of truth, and oppression perverts justice. Gems from the East.
In poverty is benevolence essayed, and in the moment of anger is a man's truthfulness displayed. Gems from the East.
Do not run riot. Keep your intentions honest and your convictions sure. Gems from the East.
The Universal White Brotherhood.
The new humanity requires of every man to be honest, to subdue his egoism, to be just, wise and good. The new humanity.
I say, if you are not willing to obey Christ's teaching, obey Moses. If you're not willing to obey Moses, then obey the laws of your country anyway. Act as an honest and just man. Do not break your word. The new humanity.
If I speak honestly, justly I speak for my good. I do not wish to pollute my honour. I wish neither to disgrace my brothers nor the name of God, but I hope when I meet you some day, you will know that I have always been honest and just in my soul and mind, and that you also walk in this path, the new humanity.
Love should live in their hearts. They have to be awakened and not to cheat their brothers and sisters. Thus, they will view the interests of others as their own interests, and consequently, they will not sell bad merchandise. We will have mutual understanding only if we view our work in this way. Awakening of the new collective consciousness.
Zoroastrianism.
May hearkening or srausha overcome disobedience within this house, and may peace overcome discord, generosity overcome greed, reverence overcome rebellion, and honesty overcome falsehood. Holy Zend Avesta.
The sage asked the Spirit of Wisdom thus: how many are those people whom it is necessary to consider as rich, and how many are those who are poor? The Spirit of Wisdom answered thus: these are the people it is necessary to consider as rich. One is he who is perfect in wisdom, the second whose body is healthy, and he lives fearlessly, the third who is content with that which has come, the fourth he whose destiny is a helper in virtue, the fifth who is well famed in the eyes of the sacred beings and by the tongues of the good, the sixth whose trust is on this one, pure good religion of the Mazda worshippers, and the seventh whose wealth is from honesty. Mazda means supreme wisdom. Minog e Krad, the Spirit of Wisdom.
The three means particularly adapted for the improvement of oneself are as follows. One is the path of Mithra, that is, of truth and honesty, which when a man's soul has been endowed with it, preserves his life and person in persevering union with the Yazads. Yazads are spiritual beings who form the second tier of divinities in the Zoroastrian pantheon. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
Be it known that the noble nature of heroes and rulers has zeal for high aims, such as morality, strength, aid, powerful youth, charity, godly thoughts, truthfulness, courage, perseverance, doing of virtuous public deeds, and other good qualities of rulers. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
The virtues of a priest of high aims are the noble qualities connected with prayer to God, such as charity, speaking profitable words, truthfulness, humility, courage, contentment, perseverance, doing public acts as the leader of the faith, and obedience of other good kinds. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
Men acquire contentment, diligence, zeal, obedience to God, modesty, dignity, power of cherishing, morality, wisdom, courtesy, magnanimity, charity, truth, faithfulness, good intentions, and other good qualities by the divine wisdom of the Mazda Yasnian faith. And a man possessing this improves the world. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
Also, that the spiritual Lord is always true. Of the tongue, when he, the priest, speaks falsehood with the tongue, are those words which he does not believe through the spiritual Lord, and it is owing to this, too, when of all the body the tongue first dies. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
I say unto thee, O Spitterman, that thou shouldest speak with the tongue, just as thou thinkest with the mind. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
Be it known that all sorts of improvement in a city and among men subsist by means of the knowledge of the revelation, and mostly by truthful speech. And by these means 4 righteous qualifications are acquired, which tend to the improvement of a city and of men under the supervision of a worthy head. First, while he, that is the head, has honest inclination, there abides in him the glorious intuition for ameliorating the city. Second, while he has a natural vigor in his heart for giving out the truth, he is strongly inclined to utter only the truth. Third, while his truthful speech teems with the intelligence of good spirits, the truth is aggrandized. Fourth, while he trusts in the righteous utterances of man among mankind, his work in this life is full of delight. Thus, the revealer of truth is a medium for the improvement of the city and its human residents. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
In a man of the good principle exist most excellent attributes of the most glorious one, Spen Amino, intuitive good sense, thought of obedience unto God, liberality, truth, and other good qualities. And hence his person is graceful, and he is free from the anxiety to alleviate his debt, that is, sin, in order to save himself from hell. Denkard, Acts of Religion.
It is said in Revelation that one truthful man is better than a whole world or Halam speaking falsehood. And Gava of Isfahan, when he kept his stand upon the truth and was speaking words with truth until the time when Dahak or Zohak, who possessed the whole realm and the whole of the demons in mankind, have been afraid of him through the truth of the words spoken, was bold with them in every speech, and became victorious or mutafar over them by reason of the true words that he was speaking. Sad Dar.
I also saw the soul of a man whose tongue a worm ever gnawed, and I asked thus, what sin was committed by this body? Shrosh the pious and Ada the angel said thus, this is the soul of that wicked man who in the world spoke many lies and falsehoods, and thereby much harm and injury were diffused among all creatures. The Book of Ada Viraf.
Then I saw the souls of those whom serpents sting and ever devour their tongues, and I asked thus, what sin was committed by those whose soul suffers so severe a punishment? Shrosh the pious and Adar the angel said thus, these are the souls of those liars and irreverent or untruthful speakers who in the world spoke much falsehood and lies and profanity. The Book of Arda Viraf.
Then I saw the souls of a man and a woman whose tongues were cut out, and I asked thus, what sin was committed by these bodies, whose souls suffer so severe a punishment? Shrosh the pious and Ada the angel said thus, this is the soul of that wicked man and woman who amongst the living spoke much falsehood and profanity or untruth, and deceived their own souls. The Book of Ada Viraf.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/WOW-scrolls.